All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out here toiling in this truth. I'm Pathaka Moth GMS Dallas, and just coming back at you with a really quick hit lesson. Just going into judging, man. You know what I'm saying? The fact that the Lord deals through men on the earth. He judges through men on the earth, man. You know, and there's a big misconception when it comes to the unlearned, especially these Christians. You know what I'm saying? As to what that pertains to. You know what I'm saying? Because they're quick to try to say, you know, you can't judge me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if that's your way of thinking, then you don't know the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? That you can't judge me. You know what I'm saying? That's not biblical. You know what I'm saying? Because in these times, especially, the true nature of the Lord and how he moves, how he gets down is not known because of the lies and deceptions of Esau, the current rulers, you know, whom pursuant to Job 9:24, the earth has been given into his hands. You know, scriptures say that the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. And we know who the wicked is pursuant to Malachi, the first chapter. And this verse as well, Job 9:24. You know what I'm saying? And pursuant to this verse, it says he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? So that's a deception in itself, right there. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is letting you know who this dude is. He covered the faces of the judges. That's a deception, man. You know what I'm saying? Part of his lies, man. And when you read in Isaiah 60:2, it says this. It speaks of this earth being in darkness and these people in gross darkness. Why? Because of this same dude, man. Revelation 12th chapter and verse 9 speaks of that old serpent, the devil and Satan that deceiveth the whole world, man. And that world is Orchimini. So the whole inhabited earth, man. That's why you have Christianity throughout the four corners, man, and lies and deceptions throughout the four corners of the earth, man. You know, and pursuing, just because we have the understanding of these particular scriptures are all a part of the revealing of this dude, man, this devil, man. Because when you read in 2 Thessalonians, the second chapter and the third verse, it goes into how this devil had to be revealed. You know, the man of sin, the son of perdition, man, which we now know who this dude is, man. We were pointing out the elephant in the room that's been, basically invisible all this time, man. Well, the scriptures say Satan had transformed himself into an angel of light. So everybody has looked at this dude as the God, people of the Most High, harmless, you know, those holy people, because they call themselves white, you know what I'm saying, which was a social construct, you know what I'm saying, and called all of us black, you know, negative terms, which was part of the curses. But not to go very too far off the point, you know, this dude has been pointed out now, so we know who put these all the different lies and deceptions in the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? The falsehoods, the deceptions, the lies, that darkness, man. You know what I'm saying? We now know who did these things, man. But again, the Lord judges through men, man. You know what I'm saying? So all of those lies, all of those things are being confounded in these times. And these people are starting to find out that, yes, these men can judge, man. The established set up men, these set up men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai can judge. So, and one of the things that they like to do, Christians, the unlearned, they love to run to Matthew, the 7th chapter. So let's get it real quick and read it and deal with that. They love to run to Matthew, the 7th chapter. 7th chapter. Phone is crazy, man. To try to, make a point that we can't judge. So we're going to read it. This is Matthew 7:1. It says, judge not that ye be not judged. You know what I'm saying? So if you think that's saying that we can't judge, then you don't understand what's going on here, what's actually being said here. Because when you read in Matthew, the 11th chapter, it speaks of, it says wisdom is justified of her children, So wisdom is justified of her children. So if you're speaking wisdom, then you're justified. And those children represent the elect, man. Those set up men in these times that have been given that wisdom, because everybody don't have it in these times. It's not the wisdom of this world. The scriptures say The wisdom of this world is foolishness to the Most High, man. It's not real wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So the wisdom represents the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the true knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Bible, man, in these times. And there's men on the earth in these times that have that wisdom. So wisdom is justified of her children. So those children, the elect, is going to be justified because of that wisdom that they have in these times. The truth of the knowledge of the Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and being justified when thou speakest also is another one when you read in Romans the 3rd chapter and Psalms the 51st chapter, being justified when thou speakest, because you're speaking wisdom. So to be justified is, if I make an example, to give an example, if I say, you're not supposed to smoke because it's a defilement of the body's temple, man. You know what I'm saying? If I don't smoke myself, which I shouldn't, then when we go on, that don't pertain. That don't pertain, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a smoker, because that's basically what it's going into when we continue to read, and really, I'm justified in my speech, or the things that I speak, because I don't do those things. If I tell you not to commit adultery, but I commit adultery, that's when it pertains. I have that mote in my eye, and trying to take the beam out of yours, I got a mote in mine, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So, but if I don't, then I'm justified in telling you not that you shouldn't. So that's what it's talking about, man. It says, judge, Matthew 7:1, judge not that ye be not judged. Yeah. So, and it's going to go into, so let's just read a little more. It says for verse 2, for with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considereth not the beam that is in thine own eye? There it is right there. I can't call out the mote of my brother if I have a beam. I smoke too, but I'm telling him he shouldn't smoke. I'm out here sneaking around committing adultery with another man's woman, but I'm gonna call my brother out on him doing it. That's the being judged that it's talking about in the first verse. Judge not that ye be not judged. That's what it's talking about. So make sure your shit is together, and then you don't got to worry about it. You're going to be justified. You know what I'm saying? And us in this knowledge, we're speaking according to thus saith the Lord, according to this wisdom, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. Righteousness. So when we speak, we're justified, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's read on. It says, verse 3 again, and why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considereth not the beam that is in thine own eye? Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote out of thine eye? Behold, a beam is in thine own eye. Thou hypocrite. Verse 5. First cast out the beam out of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote of thy brother's eye. There it is. So you got to take care of your issues. Then you're clear to point out others' issues. So us in this knowledge and this know, we're living thus saith the Lord to the best of our abilities. So we're walking according to that. There's, for the most part, of course, in the flesh, we go off, things happen, you know what I'm saying? We're not perfect, you know what I'm saying? But we repent and we continue to move forward, man. So we're justified, man. You know what I'm saying? We're justified when we call these things out here and tell Jake, hey, you stop doing this, stop doing that, stop eating pork, stop sleeping with your brother's wife. You know what I'm saying? Stop celebrating these holidays. Us that are saying these things, we don't do these things, Myself personally, when I tell Jake, stop, don't eat pork, I don't eat pork. Don't stop sleeping with your brother's wife or girl. I don't do those things. Stop celebrating these holidays and birthdays. I don't celebrate those things. So I'm justified in saying those things when I say them to Jake, man, and brothers, like-minded brothers as well, man. Beginning and starting with Apostle Har on down, man. You know what I'm saying? So yes, we can judge, man. That's judging. Those are the judgments. You know what I'm saying? Telling you, thus saith the Lord, So yes, we can judge according to the scriptures. The Lord set up certain men, and gave us this word, this knowledge, this truth with understanding, proper understanding, because there's a lot of so-called groups and teachers out here that don't have it. But us here at the Great Millstone, we do, man. So yes, we can judge, man. So hey, let's just get into the scriptures, man, and prove that we can judge. You know what I'm saying? So let's go to 1 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter. As a matter of fact, I don't know why I'll leave it on because I'm going to need it anyway. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 2nd chapter, and we're going to drop down to verse 15. And it reads, 1 Corinthians 2:15, but he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judged of no man. So he that is spiritual, man, you know what I'm saying? Living thus saith the Lord, man. Living in righteousness according to the truth of the Bible. You know, not the Christian church, man. There's no truth in the Christian church. So he that is spiritual judgeth all things. And when you understand what to judge means, it's just critical thinking, to think critically, man. You make judgments all day, every day, but then you'll say you can't judge. That's makes no sense, contradiction, man. You know? So you decide a pair of shoes to put on or an outfit to wear. You just made a judgment call. If you come up to a stop sign or a red light and you decide to keep going or to stop, whether you're going to do which one you're going to do, because you got the option to keep going, you know, that's a judgment call, man. It's critical thinking. That's what judging is, which we do on a daily basis. So to say you can't judge me, it's crazy in itself, man. You know, listening to Tupac, man. Tupac wasn't a prophet, man. You know what I'm saying? And that nigga was wrong, man. So it says, but he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judged of no man. And why is that? Because the majority of the people on the planet are not, the Lord is not dealing with them, man. They don't have the true understanding, the true knowledge, man, of the Bible. It wasn't given to them. So they're walking according to the ways of this world, to the knowledge of according to the knowledge of this world, man. So you're not going to be able to judge a man of the Lord that's walking in righteousness according to the truth when you're walking in by the course and ways of the world. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it says that he himself is judge of no man. So let's jump over to the right here and just read it in the NLT. And it reads 1 Corinthians 2:15. Those who are spiritual can evaluate all things. That's basically what it's talking about, evaluations. Yet you'll say, you can't judge me. It says, but they themselves cannot be evaluated by others. Exactly. And I just broke that down, man. You know what I'm saying? So let me take that off real quick. Take this parallel off real quick. And we're going to keep it going. So, yes, we can judge, man. You know, so we're going to jump over to 1 Corinthians, the 6th chapter. And verse 2, this 1 Corinthians 6:2. And it reads, do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? And who are the saints, man? You know, the Israelites, pursuant to Psalms 50:5, Psalms 148, verse 14, and Psalms 149, verse 1 and 2. The Israelites, man, beginning and starting with the elect, because the Lord ain't dealing with the whole nation in these times. Zechariah 13:8, the Lord is going to put two parts, the majority, to death, man. He's going to destroy them, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is talking about Israelites, but beginning and starting with the elect, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? You know what I'm saying? And it says shall judge the world, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're those judges. Let's prove that real quick. Let's jump over to Psalms, the 2nd chapter. I'm going to jump down to verse 10. It says, Psalms 2:10, be wise now, therefore, O ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. You know, so those judges is talking about because of course this Psalms, the 2nd chapter, is going into the inheritance given to Yahushua from his father Yahweh, man, and Yahushua is going to share and join heir that blessing, that inheritance with his elect, man, and his people overall, but beginning starting with the elect, man. When you read in Romans, the 8th chapter and verse 17, it goes into that joint heir. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Revelation, the second chapter, reiterates this, what we're reading right here in Psalms, man, the second chapter. So these are the things of those. So those judges are talking about the Israelites, man, in joint heir with our big brother Yahweh Shai, man. So let's go back to First Salakia, man. This thing is so crazy. 1 Corinthians, the 6th chapter, and verse 2 again. Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters? So yeah, we're being groomed, be instructed now, O ye judges, man, of the earth, man. We're being groomed through this knowledge, this wisdom, and this understanding, you know, this glorious gospel, this light, you know what I'm saying? And we're being groomed to judge the earth, the whole world, the earth. So how much more the smallest matters, man? You know what I'm saying? A little small matter between, brothers or, you know what I'm saying? With your woman or whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? When these Christians going off, which all of them are going off, but I'm saying you call them out and they'll say you can't judge them, which, yes, that's a small matter, man. We can judge it, you know? Verse 3, it says, know ye not that we shall judge angels? How much more things that pertain to this life? Exactly, man. We're going to judge angels, man. You know, the scripture saying Zechariah, the 12th chapter in verse 8, that the house of David is going to be as the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hello? Come on, man. What are you people talking about? You know, better stop listening to Tupac, man. You know, then that Tupac spirit, man, that Tupac vibration, who was not a prophet, man. That nigga wasn't no prophet. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know what the hell he was talking about. So let's get another one. Let's go over to Micah, the 3rd chapter, because Micah gonna tell you what's up, man, who is a prophet of the Lord, man. And Micah could very well possibly be here in these times, man. You know what I'm saying? The spirit of a prophet is subject to a prophet, man. You know, that which was then is now. So everything comes back, man. You know, I know Esdras is here. You know, Esdras saw himself in end time prophecy, man. Woe is me, woe is me. You know, who would deliver me in those days? Because he saw the vision of the end times, and he saw himself here, man, in these times. So Esdras is here, and you know, Micah could very well be here as well, man. Of course, we know some people have passed on and they're in the spirit realm. You know what I'm saying? But some of them are here, man. So this is what Micah, the prophet of the Lord, says. Micah 3:8. But truly I am full of power. And why is he full of power? Because he has the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is with him, man. You know, it says by the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and of judgment. So he says he's full of power and judgments. Judgment. And he could possibly be here right now. You gonna tell Micah that he can't judge you? When he's telling you right here, he can judge you, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, and of might to declare unto Jacob his transgression and to Israel his sins, because the Lord commanded us to do that. In Isaiah 58:1, he says, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet and show my people their transgressions. That's what the Lord commanded those men that he set up and established and gave that power and that judgment to do, man. So that's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell these men that they can't judge you when you walk up on them or come up on them, man. You can't judge me. Yeah, he can judge you, and he's going to. You know what I'm saying? And hey, that judgment is going out right now, and the Lord is laying people down out here because these judgments are being bought out, man. We're out here warning Jake, man, and Jake ain't listening. So the Lord's starting to lay Jake down out here, man. You know what I'm saying? So the prophets can judge, man. These men can judge. So let's get one more in 1 Peter, and then we'll bring this lesson to a close. And this one, I think, will really kind of solidify what's been said. Even though all of them does, but you know, they're plain and clear. But here's one I love this one right here. This is 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 6, and it says, For this cause was the gospel preached Also to them that are dead. So you 2/3 the wicked of the nation of Israel, which the Most High ain't dealing with in these times. He's going to destroy them pursuant to Zechariah 13:8. It's talking to you, all you that walk up and say, you can't judge me. All of y'all, for this cause was the gospel preached, because that's what's being preached, the gospel, the truth of the Bible by these men out throughout the four corners of the earth on these highways and byways, week in, week out, in season, out of season. Great Millstone, we out there, man. No matter what the weather is like, if it permits us to be out there, we gonna be out there. You know what I'm saying? In season, when it's nice and beautiful, warm, good days. Out of season, when it's not, when it's like, a little cooler, colder, snowy, rainy, whatever. We gonna be out there, man. So it says, for this cause was the gospel preached, also to them that are dead, that they might be judged, according to men in the flesh. That they might be judged according to men in the flesh, but live according to the Most High in spirit. So we're in the flesh, but we live according to the Most High in spirit. Therefore, we can judge you. That's why you can't judge us, man. When we brought out in 1 Corinthians 2:15, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we're living according to the Most High in spirit, man. In the spirit of the Lord, righteousness. Thus saith the Lord, to the best of our ability. So, yeah, you're being judged according to men in the flesh, because those men are walking according to the spirit of the Lord, man. Righteousness, thus saith the Lord. So they've been in turn given that power, and that judgment, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. This knowledge is beautiful. So it is what it is. These men can judge. So for all of y'all that continue to say you can't judge me and try to go to Matthew, the 7th chapter, stop, man. Cut it out. You don't know what you're talking about. So, hey, with that, hopefully this was edifying to the hopeful elect, giving all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath Shal Dawadah. Shalom.